Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Terrence with Law IT, and in today's video we're going to be showing you guys how to get connected to the secure version of our wireless network, Cavalier, on the Windows OS. Now, while the steps to getting connected to Cavalier on Apple devices are not really all that different, it's really just a matter of reading and clicking the right options. It is, however, a completely different process for Android devices, gaming consoles, and other stuff like that. So for simplicity's sake, I'm going to be making separate videos for each of these different devices, so be on the lookout for those. Now, without further ado, let's get started. A couple of things you're going to need to have on hand before you proceed are your student ID, your computing ID, and your NetBadge password. So if you don't have these on you, or if you don't know where they are, take some time right now to find them. Try to keep these in a safe, accessible place, as you're potentially going to have to repeat this process a couple of times, depending on how many devices you'd like to connect to the network. Once you've got these items ready, the first thing you're going to want to do is go over to your wireless network settings and make sure you're connected to the Welcome to UVA wireless network. Doing this should automatically open up a new browser directing you to the network setup page, and if it does, you're going to want to hit the Continue button under Faculty, Staff, and Students. However, if this doesn't happen, which is known to happen from time to time, you're going to want to open up the browser of your choice, and you're going to want to type in the following in the URL box at the top: network-setup.itc.virginia.edu. Once you hit enter, you're going to want to hit the Download the ITS Network Setup tool icon, and this should redirect you to the same page that everybody else gets redirected to normally. Up till now, the steps for getting the internet set up on Windows and Apple devices have pretty much been the exact same. Now, this is where stuff starts to get a little different, and like I said before, it's really just a matter of reading and clicking the right options and entering in your device password a lot. But we're dedicating more videos to teach you how to do this in the future, so don't worry about it too much. Now, we're going to want to click the option to run for Windows 8 or Windows 10 and click Run. Another screen should pop up asking you if you're sure you want to do this. You're going to want to click yes, but if not, don't worry about it. Next, the download tool is going to pop up, and we're going to click Next, and then we're going to click Install. And we're going to want to make sure that the Launch UVA Network Setup tool option is selected, and click Finish. Once the Network Setup tool is open, we're going to want to click Next, Next again, Next again, Next again. And eventually, we're going to be redirected to this screen right here, a screen that I like to call the dreaded I agree page. Now, the reason I say the dreaded I agree page is because once you click Next and I agree, the step right here is going to require a lot of patience from you guys. Here, we're going to be making use of the items that I told you guys to prep earlier: your student ID, your computing ID, and your NetBadge password, and we're going to be entering in those as well as some other information in the boxes that you see right here. Now, if you happen to get any of these pieces of information incorrect, as I've done in this attempt right here, you're going to get an authentication failure error, you're going to hit Next, and you're going to wind up back at the dreaded I agree page. So make sure that you're taking your time when you're entering in your info, and be sure to read the text beside the boxes to make sure you're not entering in your info in the wrong place. Some of you guys are going to be able to get through this on your first attempt, but I can guarantee that many of you are going to have your student ID and your NetBadge password memorized by the end of this. Now, a couple of things that trip people up a lot are the NetBadge password, the date of birth, which should be entered in year, month, day, and the last name in case you have multiple or hyphenated last name. If you're not sure about how to input your last name, you're going to want to go to search.people.virginia.edu, and you're going to want to check to see how we have it on file. Now, if you still can't get past this page, chances are you've done something wrong, in which case you're going to want to go back and make sure that you're entering in your information correctly. There's also a chance that you've probably been disconnected from the network, so be on the lookout for that. And although rare, we have had some instances where some antivirus software like WebRoot have made life difficult, so be sure to disable it if you suspect that it's giving you any problems. If all of your info checks out, a new page is going to pop up with your name on it telling you that a valid certificate has been found. And if that's the case, be sure to do your happy dance, because chances are you've made it a lot further than most. Finally, you can proceed to mash the next button until we've got internet access. take note that there is a chance that you might not automatically get switched over to the Cavalier network. And if that's the case, you're going to want to go down to your network settings at the bottom and click the Cavalier network. And make sure that your digital certificate is selected with your computing ID at virginia.edu. And that's about it, guys. You should be good to go. I want to thank you guys for sitting through all of this, and hopefully this little walkthrough was helpful in teaching you how to set up the network on your Windows device. Like I said earlier, the process for setting the network up on an Apple device is not really all that different. It's really just a matter of reading and clicking the right options and entering in your device password a whole bunch, but we've got more vids dedicated to that coming on the way, so stay tuned for that. If for whatever reason you still can't connect to the internet, feel free to come up to our office upstairs in WB399, and we'll be sure to get you guys squared away. Again, thanks for watching. Wahoo!